Hello, welcome to Expat American. I'm here with Mrs. Expat American, little Maxime, sort of little, sort of big Christoph in the snow. We are again in Russia in the city of Kazan, and we are going to go inside this fortress behind us right now.
Если вы хотите смотреть наши видео на русском, вы можете смотреть их в Яндекс браузере на русском языке, там есть дубляж.
Cobblestone roads all over the place here. Christoph, что это?
Сабля. Это можно сюда, можно сюда. Там что, извините, задача.
Oh, they're cleaning off the roof today. Good job, guys.
Посудомоечная. Что надо сделать?
Christoph, we are inside the fortress. And how do you say fortress in Russian?
I don't know. I don't know.
Крепость.
Крепость.
You're supposed to know the Russian words. I'm supposed to know the English words, okay?
Okay.
Have you heard the word Krepest before?
Yeah.
What is a Krepest?
It's like a big castle.
Right, more like a wall
Yeah.
around a territory that usually has a castle.
Yeah.
And look at those towers behind me. Very, very cool. I always think of Great Britain as the classic example of medieval architecture and ruins and times, but this is pretty fabulous looking place. There's the Krepest walls. And I wonder if you can go up inside them as a tourist. That would be fun. Maxime and I did that in Estonia, which is the oldest still intact medieval walled city in the world. This fortress is on the site of a previous fortress, this Krepest. So apparently Ivan had this one built. He started it anyway, and it has been slowly developing over the hundreds of years. I guess the previous one was not strong enough. Что это, Max?
Это бомба. Okay.
In English, that is a cannon, and those are cannonballs that you put in the cannon. Tell us what it is in Russian.
Это бомба, а это пушка.
Интересно. So there's more of the old defensive wall there. We are inside the corner, one of the corners of the wall here that surrounds this fortress. And it looks like we have a little bazaar of souvenir shops for people. And a little log cabin booth of some sort. I'm not sure what that would be for because the entrance to this place is free. Maybe it's just for security guards to keep warm. And yeah, it looks like unfortunately it is still snowing outside. I mean, fortunately and unfortunately, I think it's beautiful, looks cool, but it's probably not the best for my electronic devices. All right, we are currently just outside of the fortress walls. You can see it up there beside me. And we are walking through the cold snow. If you want to know what's different about Russia and America, in my Florida opinion, it's cold. Look at how the railing is just covered in snow. I guess it's kind of catching the snow. It's piled up around the railing. So we've stepped inside of one of the buildings here, and look, they have a platform, a little tiny catwalk to keep people off of the, I guess, ancient walls of this building. Looks like this is the sports outfit for Tatarstan, the region of Russia that Kazan is the capital of. There is the name of this region, spelled in English, Tatarstan. Or, sorry, Tatarstan. Tatarstan. Это богатыря, Кристоф.
Я не знаю.
Это старая камера, Кристоф. So it must be a blown up picture of this city years ago. And I guess different fashion. See. Что ты делаешь? We are taking a break inside at a warm cafe inside the fortress walls, the Kremlin walls. What you got there, Christoph?
Juice and Maxim too.
What kind of juice?
Apple.
So I am sitting here at a table for three with the children, and my wife is over there with the adult people. Ira and Svetlana having fun friendship time. Alex and Ira's, you know, they're just teenagers hanging out on the other end of the table, trying to look cool. I have myself some green tea with honey. And I have more of this Kazan food, the Kazan, Spasibo Christoph. It has the meat and potatoes inside of it. What's it called? What's this called?
H-Benchmark.
Huh?
H-Benchmark.
H-Benchmark. What is your favorite part about this Kazan trip?
Kazan.
Kazan.
I don't know. I like everything.
Максим, это вкусно. Looks like Christoph has found something. What is it?
Вот, все, теперь никто не трогает кошку. Вот так сделали. Вот так можно делать.
It apparently is a robot in the museum cafe for bringing you your order. I suppose if it's not ready, you tell them what table number you're at, And when it's ready, the kitchen staff put the food or drinks on the robots, and it rolls to your table. When I was sitting at my table having tea, I saw it do that, and I was wondering what the heck is going on here. So how does this museum cafe inside a fortress compare to museum cafes inside of fortresses in your city? Christoph is putting dirty dishes on the robot. There goes my children and other people's children following the robot. Bad sign of times to come. The newest generation following robots. What do you think of Kazan so far?
It's nice.
So I've just walked down what looks like one of their main walkways here. And they've got, it looks like church buildings around me. And I assume I'm approaching a frozen river. Aside from the steeples in the background there, it looks to me like colonial America type architecture. This video is just one in a series of videos we've done about Kazan. So if you're thinking, but Joe, you didn't show this or that about Kazan, I did. It's just in the other video. The sun is fast setting here. Not sure how it's gonna look when we lose our light. Kazan is the capital of Tatarstan and has 3.8 million people living in it. It is on the Volga River, which is a famous river in Russia, and it's got its own little river running through it that runs off the Volga River called, I think, Kazakhstan. I'll type it on the screen. And right now I'm following my group to, I think, a museum with costumes. Christoph, это твой throne? Alex is acting out Cain and Abel with Christoph. Max wanted to show this to me. Это дядя? A golden man? Svetlana says that this is a map of Mongol conquest in the Kazan Museum. It is an interesting looking logo behind that guy. Oh, go. Да? Ulan? We're getting a Russian tour right now, so I'm walking around like a child, looking at things on my own while the tour guide talks to my group. I just noticed all of the arrows in the ceiling. Looks like this museum room was under siege at one point. See, Maxim, Tigatov. Oh, go. To твой большой брат, Alex. Осторожно. Max is figuring out what to do. He's got his own sword, and he's sitting in the throne.
Держишь нормально?
Christoph Točić садится в трон.
Дай ему секундочку, дай.
Максим, или здесь, Christoph. Get this one over here.
No, on this one.
Okay,
Сейчас
Максим,
сядь,
помоги Christoph.
Садись, садись. Ты сядь, я тебе сейчас вниз дам. Садись.
Да вот.
Нормально, держишься? Держишься? А так, держи руку сверху. Сверху руку, да. О, нормально?
Oh, go. А что, Christoph, сыр?
Такой гном. Хорошая экскурсия. Небольшая, но как...
I knew almost nothing about this place when I first came here. It's been a couple days now, so I'm hearing bits and pieces and going to different sites and piecing things together. It sounds like, I believe Ivan, who was a Russian ruler back in the 16th century, he conquered Kazan, and that's when the whole territory of Tatarstan became a part of Russia. And it sounds like it was largely made of timber, made of wood, and it suffered like 9 disastrous fires in its history. And then it was finally rebuilt out of stone, I think thanks to Catherine the Great. And so it's not so prone to fires anymore. It's not that late, it's like 6 something, but in this part of the world, in wintertime, the sun sets fast. And Kazan has 2 nicknames. I probably said it wrong because Christoph keeps correcting me. One is the 3rd capital of Russia, and the other is the sports capital of Russia. And right now, of course, it's colder than it is during the daytime because the sun is gone. I just checked. It's 6 o'clock something, and it is negative 15 degrees Celsius. So it's still not the end of the world, but it is certainly colder in general than Moscow. We are inside the fortress walls at night, so it looks a little bit different. You see the street lights. Look at the towers there. I don't know what they're called. And that's where we came in, underneath the steeple. Now what's really cool here is, so you see where you go under the steeple, and up on the side here, this is a catwalk. And I believe that's ancient and that's real, and that's where you would station soldiers. So they'd be up on the wall and they'd be able to shoot arrows down. And if you, well, you can't really see it now, but during the day you see it continues on. And I remember seeing that in Estonia, especially when I was there with Max this summer. So outside the fortress walls, we have, we're up on a hill, so you get to kind of look out over the city. You can see what Kazan looks like at night. Of course, we got that statue there still next to us. And you can see, sort of see the pyramid building they have down there. Here you can see the outside of the walls, I guess the ramparts that I was talking about, and what it looks like from the outside. So there's just little slots for people to fire out but not be fired upon. Okay, so what did you think of the Russian fortress, the Krepest? We've explored it all, I think, except for one more piece, the centerpiece of Kazan, this beautiful
Kazan.
building behind
Kazan.
us. Did I say it wrong again?
Yes.
Yes.
And that will be for the next video. Click the box to see what happens next. Hopefully it's the next video, or we will look inside this building right here. Click like, subscribe. Yes, I see the car, Machina. Ring the bell notification, click the box, like I said, to see what happens next. Interrupt my talking and click the share button right now and send this to your friends. Leave a comment, let us know what you think. and we'll see you in the next video.
Подписчики, мы очень хотим, чтобы Запад узнал правду о России. Похоже, алгоритм Ютуба решил, что ему не нравится то, что мы говорим. Но вы можете помочь решить эту проблему, нажимая кнопку «Поделиться» для этих видео как можно чаще, чтобы исправить ситуацию.
And as far as people who claim religion and people with ethnicities, that doesn't make sense. People with ethnicities? What am I saying? This video is just one in a video series with noisy trucks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
He's counting in case you're wondering.